Shagagaga, can't you see that I am not afraid? Shagagaga, Lawrence is good at piano. He shall be rocking in my show. Shagagaga. Episode 48 of the main podcast. God, this episode is dead set nearly taken my soul getting out. Had plans to do it Wednesday, couldn't make it happen. Had plans to do it Thursday, couldn't make it happen. Had plans to do it Friday, couldn't make it happen. I had plans to do it the morning of the punt day, which I'm going to get to very shortly. And if you haven't noticed, if you're watching on YouTube and you're just listening via the spot, if why, it's Han Solo 4.0. I know, it's one of the most hated episodes, but I committed to making this thing happen once a week, and here we are. We're going to double up this week. We've got a big guest coming on, episode 49, 50 next week, but here we are, Han Solo 4.0. Shout out quickly from the punt day to the Mac Attack, a young, handsome, devilish man named Mac. Asked me to shout him out. Actually, no. I asked him, what should I shout out? Because I'll give you a shout out. He said, Mac something. And because I already had a belly full of beers, I can't remember. He said, Mac something. Anyway, shout out to you, Mac. He loves the Han Solo apps. Came up and told me on the punt day, absolutely loves the Han Solos. So I was like, mate, you won't believe I've got one coming out after this, talking about the punt day. He's like, oh, that's sweet. Can't wait to listen to it. I was like, mate, thank you very much. You're the only person on the planet who enjoys a Han Solo. So I said, mate, I'll shout you out. So Mac Attack. That's what I'm going to say. Shout out to you, Mac. Thanks for coming in for a rip and a tear on Saturday. One of the all-time great punt days you have ever seen. If you're watching on YouTube and you're not listening on the Spotify, listen on the way to work or anything like that, yes, that is me. And yes, I am horizontal. Usually where the guests are sitting having a very professional chat. Not today. Not today at all. I'm horizontal. Haven't even got the mics out. I've just got the old DJI mic, handheld fluffy little thing in my hand. Because it's just CBF to get it out. So here we are, we're horizontal, and I'm going to walk you guys through exactly what happened last week. Everything from Super Bowl all the way into the punt day, and then now leading in to the almighty rip and tear that was Saturday and tomorrow night. Disco Bingo week. Oh my God, my body can't take it. Anyway, episode 48 of the Mean Podcast. Me by name, not by nature. Will now commence. Now, that song I was singing right off the rip is School of Rock. If you didn't register it off the rip, we cannot be friends. My voice is still coming back after Saturday's just unholy gloriness. Ripping and a tearing, a screaming and a hooing. Shout out to the Illawarra Hotel for hosting us. Couple of things that I'll get to when I mention the punt day. Now, Super Bowl, we haven't spoken since then. I don't really watch the NFL, but may have been the worst Super Bowl ever to have the day off for. Absolute shiitake mushrooms, as they say. Horrendous. Wasn't even really sure what I was watching. I was like, these two teams are in the fucking grand final? They're in the Super Bowl? These two teams are on a different planet. Patriots ain't what they used to be. And am I sour because the Punt Club had quite a substantial amount on the Patriots? Not my decision. There was a particular person in the Punt Club who cleaned up all year. He was top dog. We left it up to him thinking he's on a roll. He chose wrong, and we had a substantial lick, as they call it, on the losing side. So, am I salty about that? Perhaps. Am I ever going to watch another Super Bowl? Probably. Is it going to be in the next 5 years? Maybe not. Am I going to have a day off for it? No. Anyway, I went straight across to the boathouse, sunk those sorrows until about 4:30, and then bumped into an absolute megastar at Pepe's. Those who were there on Saturday would know. And he has every intention of coming on the podcast. Had to ask his manager who was there with him. I was having a chat to him, just as he does. He's a bit of a wheeler and dealer. A wildy 60-90 type guy. And after having a chat, I asked him, mate, what's better, being a kangaroo or being a wallaby? Now, the myth said, oh, it's got to be kangaroos all day. Da-da-da-da, gave us a full reason why. It was a great chat. Then half an hour later, before I'm leaving Pepe's, I'm like, deep breath in. You got one shot. Let's make it count. Let's go ask him if he's keen to come on Wollongong's #1 podcast. Ran over to him. Mate, sorry to interrupt in his mid-conversation. Felt so bad. Tap him on the shoulder. Hey, mate, sorry to interrupt. Look, I was just wondering if you do podcasts. He's like, oh, yeah, what do you got going on? Looks straight across at his manager, his minder, who's a 6'6", absolute behemoth. He perks up. He sits forward. And I said, mate, I got Wollongong's #1 podcast. I'm a local bloke. And most of our listeners are in the Illawarra. But we've cracked 6 countries and also have plenty of listeners around the country. Looks across at his manager. He goes, oi, this bloke's the local bloke. He's got the top podcast in town. And his manager, or whoever he was, whoever he asked, he goes, yep, done, do it. Do it. And the great man looked at me and goes, mate, so you're local out? Yeah, mate, we do it out of the Illawarra Hotel. He goes, oh, I know Ryan. I say, oh, I know Ryan too. He goes, mate, yeah, done. I've just got a few things to sort out and then we'll make it happen. Pow! Out of there, got his number. He grabbed my phone, put his number in my phone, called it, showed me it's ringing, and then I was out of there. And I was like, what's happening right now? This is unbelievable. Now it's about actually getting him on. But that's going to be very exciting. And if he gives the Mean Pod the exclusive, we're talking Hello Sport Anthony Watmo moments. We're in that stratosphere. If he gives us the exclusive. Anyway, he's a great man, but he'll be a legendary immortality of the Mean podcast if it actually comes to fruition. I followed up 2 days later. I was like, hey, brah, look, I didn't say brah. I called him by his name. I don't want to mention that just in case it doesn't come off. And once it doesn't come off, then I'll tell you who it was. But for now, I think the opportunity to be able to just drop it and have myself and this legendary superstar sportsman just be standing there side by side, pointing at each other awkwardly, will just be a great moment. Much like myself and Tom Williams, the great man. So that was it. That was the best part of our Super Bowl, bumping into, almost, it's right on the tip of my tongue. And for those who were there on Saturday would know, because I was flogging it. But hopefully we can make that happen, punters and putters. No, I fucked that up. Punters? Mean potters, fuck. Potters and podettes. Now, if you haven't already been aware, Monday after a rip and tear, when you're circa 1991, circa 1992, all the way to, I reckon, circa 1996, you've now got a throbber for 4 days. You now feel a bit queasy in the guts. How's this? This is a little segue, but I woke up yesterday morning after the punt day, and obviously a huge rip and tear. I got home by 9 o'clock, so it was 9 hours of yipping. I woke up Sunday morning with not that bad of a hangover, not much of a throbber, but the back of my left knee, so sore. Why? Why is it so sore? It's like one of those big cords that attach your leg to your knee. Fucking so tender. I was like, fuck, I'm getting old. I could hardly walk Sunday because I must have been jumping and then I'm not sure. I've jumped in and I pulled something in the back of my leg. I've dead set pulled something in the back of my leg, just jumping around like a moron. Anyway, that was a Super Bowl. And then I was listening to Hello Sport podcast as per, and I realised they were coming to Wollongong for their run day through Good Day. And I was like, wow, okay, I'm on a roll here. I'm going to hit them up to come on the podcast, come for a Scooby-Doo after your run day at the Illawarra Hotel. Jump on the pod. It'll be great. Welcome to Wollongong. How was it a run? Free spruce for Good Day, etc., etc., etc. I thought that's a great idea. I'll hit him up. And then I realised, fuck, I actually don't have the means to have more than 2 people on. So then I spent 2 days, right? Tuesday obviously rolled into Disco Bingo. And then I'm rat shit Wednesday because I have 5 hours sleep. Spent all Wednesday afternoon and all Thursday figuring out how do I get more than 2 people on with my current setup. I obviously can't afford a $5,000 VHS camcorder setup with like the professional mics. We will have that one day, but with like a studio setup like you see with most other podcasts. But we just have the rogue freelance wireless going. And it's been 2 days. I was like, this has got to be possible. It's 2026. And I've seen the Hello Sport doing it because they were at the captain's launch of the NRL. Yep, there they are. They're 3 people holding handheld mics. Anyway, I don't know why it took me so long. Anyway, I finally figured it out Thursday afternoon. Finally figured it out, doing it in the deep dives of the black website, whatever it's called, black market. I finally figured it out. So, this is an exclusive for the Meme Pod. We will no longer be tethered to one more person. We'll have up to 4 in the coming weeks. It's $700, which obviously is not easy to come by as a father of 2, casual employee, and multiple things coming up that need to be a pud for. Fiance on maternity leave. If anyone else out there has a fiance on maternity leave, good Lord, you know the things. It's glorious. Just things get a little bit better. Nothing wrong with that though. Nothing wrong with that. Much rather have a little darling at home. Anyway, so that'll be coming. $700 later, I'll be reinvesting into the Meme Pod, and I'll be having 4 people on, maybe 3. There'll be myself, Riggsy, Dad, myself, Trav Fish, myself, XY, myself, ZA. Not sure. Can't even tell you the initials of the superstar, or else I'll just give it away. But he said he had a few things to figure out. Anyway, that was Thursday afternoon. Then I realised, oh, fuck, I haven't even reached out to him, and I can't afford the mics yet. So I'm not going to be able to get Hello Sport on because that would be so dumb. Yep, sweet, mate. We're coming on. No dramas. Oh, shit, I can only have one of yous on. Then I would have dramas. Anyway, it was just so much to do leading up to the punt day. Organising the food, organising the speakers, this, that, selling tickets, promo. Also, on Tuesday, I posted the now infamous Wuthering Heights video. Current time of date, 200,000 views. Now I feel like I can't walk down the streets. Now I feel like Illawarra travesties. Now I know the vibe of, I don't know what it is. That classed as viral? What's viral? $250,000? $1 million? I'm not sure, but 200,000 views. It's a good, like, it's sweet. It's mad. Finally have something to do more than 1,000. That's for sure. That's quite nice. If you haven't seen it, go to the Meme Podcast or Jordan_Meanie Instagram. Collaborated with myself. Yes, that's right. Thousands of shares, and I've been commenting from both accounts, just trying to keep it pumping. That's how sad I am. But yeah, over 200,000 views. very cool. Hopefully we can sort of keep going on that trend and just keep being creative in that space. Now, I've seen probably 5 or 6 of the latest movies recently. Now, we'll be doing a full movie review this coming week, straight down the barrel, just so you guys know what to see and what to avoid. Wuthering Heights, obviously go see what all the hype about. You could probably wait, but I like the movie experience because Hoyt's popcorn is the bomb. I've seen Shelter, I've seen Marty Supreme, Crime 101, Fuck 'em Hall. That's the one I saw today. Dead set, it's called Fuck 'em Hall. It's like a Monty Python ripoff. I'll be doing a full movie review. Anyway, so then I didn't get Hello Sport on. I didn't go to the Good Day because I just feel weird about meeting them in a sea of people. I don't know why. I've got some weird complex thing about me that I just feel is very awkward. So I'll let that slide. We will meet them one day. We'll be on their podcast. I'm putting it out there now. Before 1,000 episodes. That's the deal. I said that to Wolsey last year, and that hasn't changed. Leading into the punt day. Well, if you were there, you know exactly what happened. Everyone arrived 12 o'clock sharp, which we weren't expecting, and our first race is at 1:20. We're like, oh, okay, let's bring it forward. Let's go 12:40. Yeah, sweet. Fish is going to take the knock as captain. And as I'm doing my big intro, welcome everybody, thanking Principal Brewing, which we will be doing a podcast live in Principal Brewing, courtesy of their major sponsorship of the giveaways for the day. We'll be doing beer tasting and having some food out of their Airstream 101 thing that they've got going on at the front there, behind Guzman and Ferry Meadow. We'll be doing a live potty there, which will be sick. And it'll be the 3 of us. So in the next coming weeks, ladies and gentlemen. We brought it forward. I just let it slip that it's Fishy's best bet of the day. Fishy quickly corrected me saying, no, it's not the best bet of the day. I'm just having a quick look right now. That was a bit awkward. Sorry, Fish, because it didn't win. And we proceeded to lose the first 6 races. And the starting kitty of $3,000 got all the way down to about $1,250. And things are looking grim. We had $250 on the nose of every horse. Minimum, waiting for like a win to be able to bump it up. And we went $1,250. And no good. Fishy made the executive decision. Then we need a little change up. Race 7 somewhere. Anyway, we go table by table. And the whole place is heaving. We had 75 punters there in the Illawarra. Just frothing at the mouth for a win. So loud. So boisterous. Even though we were losing, everyone was ripping. There was people getting espresso martinis. Shout out to Jasper. She bought me one. My old man there, Big Waynos was there. Gray was there. Riggs Meister was in his absolute heyday. Walked out with an absolute fat wad that day. My goodness. Race 7. Fishy goes, oh, we need a little change up. I'm $400 on the nose of the next one. Tell us your bet. And it comes off. We're down to $9,850 and it wins $2,500. Bang. And then we missed the next one for $400. So then we bumped it up. Okay, now we've got $2,800. We go $750 on the nose. Bang. Wins $4,000. Then we go, all right, let's go $1,500 on the next one. And it misses. Ooh. Yikes. So then we're back down to like $5,500. And we've got 3, maybe 5 races left. Then we go $1,000 on the nose. Pow! Wins. Everyone's losing it. I'm screaming into the mic, and if you have seen Wolf of Wall Street, and he's on top of the roof, and he's fucking screaming the house down, looking up at the heavens, about to faint with a big red vein hanging out of his forehead, that was me. And as you can tell, my voice is slowly making its way back to in perpetuity. I was carrying on like an absolute buffoon, but that's what required. And I pulled my back of my knee. We go bang, $1,000 on the nose. So it was like $3.20 pop. So now we're like, maybe I think like $7,000. Then we put another $1,500 race on. Ooh, miss. Yikes. Everyone a little bit devo. We go another $1,000. Ooh, miss. Now we're down to $4,000. As the biggest bumblebee just flies past my head. Bumblebee straight out of the Transformers. One of the greatest series of all time. I've got this yellow plant next to me. Not sure if you can see it on YouTube. But I've got this massive yellow plant next to me. And it's just Bumblebee City. Look out Megatron, as they say. Now, we've got 3 races left, $4,000 in the kitty, and we're like, it's time that we start reining our mindsets in, and we just start getting loose and wild. So then, Fishy with a cooler head goes, no, $750 for the next one. Let's just build it back up. $750, bang, we win. The kitty, stroke. Kitty goes up to $5.5, maybe $6,000. These are all very loose terms. $750. Someone did the $750 on the place for $2,800. Pow, wins. So we get the place. A little bit of a wuss bit, but that's all right. Nothing wrong with that. And then we'd like to have a Hail Mary. So we're like, there's like 7. Could be very vague with these numbers. All I know is with the last race, we had about $6,500 in there. So I think we want one more big one, and then we missed. So we really missed the last couple of big ones that really set us into the stratosphere. And then as everything's winding down, last race of the day, my voice is barely hanging in there. And when I get to this point, is that if you were there, I just want to apologise for their lack of food. It just wasn't good enough. Illawarra Hotel being my Illawarra Hotel, where I live and breathe as I host disco bingo, etc., etc. I think they were just a bit overwhelmed with the amount, because they also have people ordering food in the other side of the pub, in the courtyard. There's only a little kitchen. I already locked it in with the chef that morning, the Friday, the day before, and earlier that week. We want wings, chips, wedges. That's what we're going to do. We're bringing all the punters. You guys supply the food. That's how it works. All the money extra from the ticket goes in the giveaways and the bits and bobs and the posters. It helps us cover some of that shit. I think we make $5 a ticket, and then we split that 3 ways. I think. Anyway, it helps covers the posters and like all the stubby holders. But shout out to Principal Brewing. Oh, came to the table. $250 vouchers, $50 voucher giveaway, 2 $100 voucher giveaways. We had hats, shirts, tote bag, the whole shebang. That was beautiful. Then we had $900 on, So we had $7,180 or something like that. And then for everyone to double their money, it was going to be $6,200. Starting kitty of $3,100. So we thought, okay, that's good. Everyone's doubled their money. Everyone will be happy with that because of their lack of food. And one little piss speaker in the corner of the room that I'm trying to scream over everybody. We couldn't have the PA system where they usually do the meat raffles and all that because there was a band playing at 4 o'clock. And if we used that, then the band needed that from 4 o'clock onwards. So then we would have no mics for the last 2.5 hours of the day. And that would have been an absolute chemoz dazaz, which is Latin for chemozzle and disaster. Last race, $980 on it, all the way down to like $6,200. So rough numbers. Anyway, $920. On the last race, no one expects this thing to win. Number 14, it's like stuck in the worst spot, going back and forth, back and forth. Then he rips the horses. The jockey rips the head of the horse to the left, yanks it 90 degrees and shoots out the side, and then just purrs all the way home on the outside to win like $3,490. Unbelievable scenes. Unbelievable. When I say unbelievable scenes, it was unbelievable scenes. Mean potters, midnights, meanies, listeners, watchers. Unbelievable scene. Everyone is absolutely frothing at the bit. We finished the day with just under $10,000. $9,990 courtesy of all the punters. Fish now has the arduous journey of transferring that money to the 70-ish punters that were there. Ooh. He said he was all over it though. Now, if you paid cash on the day, Fishy got all your names and your details in his phone. Don't stress, you will get paid. If you purchase your ticket through our ticketing website, don't stress, you'll get paid because we've got all your details in that payment system through Stripe. We'll be able to put it through there. Fish will be able to get it. Fish is the man. He's done this 1,000 times for our own little punt days. When we were 18, 19, all the way up to 30 before we started this. So don't stress whatsoever. Now we had Tab there. Ladbrokes ended up coming. Nick from Punt GPT. He was going to bring some bloke from Dabble, but didn't. It was hectic. Unbelievable. And now we're starting to catch the betting agencies' attention. We'll see where that leads, but yeah, we'll see. Anyway, just under 10,000. Now, obviously, it sounds amazing, and usually we've never finished off a day with a win. So what we did was like, look, we could have put all that on like some random race at Doomben or Morphettville or something like that, and then just lost it. Or we could have put nearly $10,000 on a 10-1, and it would have been chaos, anarchy if we won $100,000. But we thought, let's play the long game. Everyone's had a rip a day. Let's finally have a payout, and then everyone who wants to come next time go, oh, those boys are good. We went there, we tripled our money, or just under tripled our money. Let's go again. It's a cracking day. Hopefully we do that again. And then maybe, just maybe, we can put like a substantial amount of money on the last race and not worry about a payout. I think going forward, anything under 10K, we're just going to have to send it and just figure it out after that if it happens. If we win $100,000 between 70 blokes, obviously it's more than $1,000 each. Now we're talking immortality. Now we're talking like stories to your grandkids. Holy fuck. Now you're talking stories for your grandchildren to be able to tell. You know, it's like our grandfathers had like stories of like doing it tough, building shit from their bare hands. Maybe even there was like a war story in there or something like that. We will be able to tell them that we were at the Illawarra Hotel and we delivered the win of all wins, 100K plus. Anyway, that's the dream. But we played it on, we walked on the side of caution. So let's get everyone a payout. Look, W money is 6,200. We end up with 9,990. Well, that's rough numbers. Fish was pretty pissed by the end of it. So he's working out all the numbers and the payouts now. It might be more, might be less. But it definitely, at minimum, will be W money. And then International Margarita Day on Sunday. I was limping around like a fat piece of shit. One of the most gorgeous beach days you'll ever see. Back of the knee's still tender. But International Margarita Day, it happened. And yes, Sunday was one of the almighty days. Sunday, a little sleep in, wrestle with the kids, straight down the beach, straight into Caesars. If you haven't got the Southern style chicken burger at Caesars, you're doing it wrong. You go in there and this is what you do. This is the exact order that I got. Hey, love, how you going? Yeah, good, mate. What can I get you? Love, can I get one Southern style burger? Can I get a large chips, extra chicken salt, sorry. Can I get 3 of those pieces of chicken that are sitting there since 9 o'clock? Can I get 2 of those chicken skewers that are there? Got the chicken thigh that's been battered. I want 2 of those, please. Put Kaput chicken salt on them, thank you. I'll get a small chips and how to get big Wayne or some medium chips. And then if you're really, really hung dung, on that Southern style, you get an extra Southern style patty. They'll jack it up to about $18, but fuck, it is worth every cent. And it's basically a week's worth of calories all in one hit. And you'll feel like a massive turd afterwards. But while it's going in, could be the greatest thing in history. Actually, it is. I think Chico's has wobbled Chico's has wobbled recently. Now Caesar's is king dingaling for a chicken burger in the gong. Prove me wrong. And then I went home, smashed it at my mum's place. She looked after my daughter. Rachel's out with Marzi boy having lunch with her sister. And put on, after I smashed that food, put on South Manly and passed out. After about 5 margaritas and some Caesars. Oh my God. Now, it was the greatest Sunday ever. And also spending this week recently just organising Disco Bingo too. So that's tomorrow night. Now, obviously you're watching on YouTube. And if you're not, make your way over there. I've been horizontal now for 35 minutes. And today is all about recharging the batteries. Because O Week tomorrow night, well, it's O Week now. And because I'm hosting Disco Bingo. Ryan's also brought in like one of his best mates, Mitch, who started it all. So he's like the big dog. He's the one that set the benchmark so high for Disco Bingo. He got in there like maybe 3 or 4 years ago when it was like not even a thing, and he made it into what it is now. Obviously, I've taken it on my shoulders and tried to go full Top Gun Maverick with it and like send it to the stratosphere. And I believe we have been able to make an impact and make it my own. And it's never been bigger. It hasn't faltered since I took over in July, which has been great. So me and Mitch, we're going to be dual hosting. I'll be dressed up as a Coachella cowboy, as per usual. Don't have to twist my arm to get the cowboy hat out again. Maybe double denim, maybe not. But O Week's Disco Bingo tomorrow night. There's going to be 150 plus. There's going to be so many free drinks, so many giveaways, so many cash prizes. It's just going to be absolutely monstrous. It's going to be wild. It's going to be loose. So this is all about recharging the batteries, trying to get the voice back in order, and we go again. They also asked me to stay back and now DJ afterwards to keep the party going. Now, me and Potters and Podettes, you don't have to be told twice that I'm no DJ. I've got no idea how to like mix songs into each other, use the DJ board. I've got none of that. I'm just going to roll in there blind and just rock my laptop, Apple Music, and then hopefully they can enjoy some Nickelback, In Sync, a bit of Bon Jovi. There will be some old school Sweet Carolines. Mr. Brightside will definitely get played. The Veronicas, absolutely. Just those old school bangers, and then probably slip in a few of my old like shit ones. I'm really wigging out to like. Hats off to DJs out there. When you play a couple of banger songs, like yes, I've got it heaving, and then you play one song that you think is going to slam, and then everyone's like, meh, and then sits down. You're like, oh no, I've lost the crowd. Now I have to build them back up again. So, yep, I'm nervous about that. But what do you do? What do you do? We're just going to roll in there and just pretend to be a DJ, and then hopefully it just comes off. Dual hosting Disco Bingo tomorrow night. O Week, 150 plus uni students, all frothing at the mouth because they've got no study, nowhere to go, and they'll all be munching at the bit. They'll be all making out of the back. Oh, like good on them. Good on them. Someone's got to do it. Not me nowadays. Not me like going out partying, dancing on the dance floor. Me and Maslow had a boogie on the dance floor Saturday night, and I was like, Maz, what are we doing here? Let's go home. We're done, bro. We're done. This is like 8:30. It hasn't even kicked off yet. And we were there for, I reckon, 3 minutes, half a song, And then we're like, fuck this, we're out of here. Maybe that's where I tweaked my knee. Anyway, that's been episode 48. This is a little life catch-up. A little catch-up as to what happened last week, the schmozzle that it was. And I'm going to hop off the pod just to rest my weary voice to get ready for Disco Bingo tomorrow night. Finish work for the day. Might head to the sauna to try and sweat out the... I've got an ant crawling on my chin. All right, I'm going to call it episode 48, main podcast. If you've managed to sit here and listen to this husky man of a voice, then you deserve a cuddle. I apologise. We've cracked, I think we're on the move up, 65, maybe 70 followers on Spotify, so much appreciated. Those first 50, I will get you hats one day. It turns out it's heaps more expensive than I thought. Here comes Maui, the mean pod mascot. Now I'll go straight into dad life and get ready for bingo and try and get some decent playlists going for tomorrow night. And also organise my outfit and post some more Wuthering Heights videos, because now I'm my one trick pony, and now that's the only thing that really pops off on my social media. So now I'm just going to double down, and that's all I'm going to post forever. Okay? Episode 48, main podcast. Tell your mates you love them, of course. This has been Jordan Meaney, your host, who's been horizontal now for 42 minutes. And a little life update. We will have another episode coming out on Thursday, episode 49. And we've got the big dog, the big one, episode 50 next week with, of course, the man, the myth. You all love him. He's our resident sloth, big rugs meanie. Tell your mates you love him. We are Audi 5000 because your boy's rooted nearly 35. And oh my days, I'm nearly just Katut. Like that Katut off Amy ad. Oh my days, I'm Kaput. That's it, the episode's done. That's it. Now I don't believe I can get up anymore. If you're still watching on YouTube, you'd assume that I would have got up and ended it by now, but I just can't even move. Or if it starts sprinkling now, that actually will be glorious because it's quite muggy. Well, anyways, love yous. Thanks for listening. We'll see you in episode 49. We've got a great guest coming on, and we're back into normal routine of uploads. Okay, apologies for last week. Lots of messages. Where's the pod? Where's the pod? Where's the pod? Sorry, brah. I'm doing it tomorrow morning. Oh, can't do it. Oh, I'm doing it tomorrow night. Oh, can't do it. Oh. Lastly, thank you everyone who came to the podcast. The Punters Day. Shout out to the Mac Attack. Shout out to Trevor Fishy. You guys are just a man. And everyone who came. Yeah, I'm Kaput. Tell you much love. We're 85,000.